Better days.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. Would you care to behold a forgotten riftstone as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit not far from here.
The decision of which task to prioritize is the Arisen's to make.
A statue. I cannot help but suspect 'tis guiding us somewhere.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. Here we go again.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
Understood. It seems we have a range buffer.
Reckless opponent, made for easy prey.
Understood. This calls for a curative.
Much obliged.
Stand firm! You must not let them start, even for a moment. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
Oh, true to you. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your... You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made it unlike those of Elven make. Bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design... Not so for those of Elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to... Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of Elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us... Huzzah! What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of... To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow foreign make. It is a strange thought. But how else to explain it? I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubt, but the ingenuity of this design. If only it is all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our custom? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the ark. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall part.
It seems Sir Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence seem... through his trial of archery.
True enough.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
I've got to be silent as the night. down your arms before you hurt yourself.
Now there's a novel idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
It is not what I expected.
A place loses its mystique when returned to so often.
I'm sure the Arisen would not bring us here without due cause.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering.
Choppers, master!
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
The ogre is distracted with a woman in sight. If we're to strike, now is our best chance. Carry on.
Your magical aid has dissipated. Pray cast it anew.
A lightened pack does wonders, doesn't it? Not real. Realised I was carrying so much. Full glad am I to see the sky again.
If I were meant to spend my days in darkness, I'd have been born a mole.
Right you are. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
How are we to get through this door? I'll go and open the chest.
If something lurks...
When I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way? See you for a moment to... These faces have grown mightily familiar.
'Tis well to have comrades one can trust.
Seem our fight is not yet done.
We must focus on finding whatever our discomfort.
No quarrel here.
Ilmen Arenfanne.
Number weka sinke kemenindo.
Far ilerato.
That's a rare find. Fortune smiles upon us this day.
We ought to be wary of misplacing it.
'Tis not what I expected.
Ne Malantha.
Rusa falasmir, malantha elelote anfir alanduin, osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum.
Ah, how I've longed to... Our adventure continues.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Alana fire mine.
Isolod Fanu. Nanda win le Kara.
Ferila Ilia Menelera. Artar.
Inkai ne Malantha.
Fa alcarua sil non via palan, my timothy milto. Orni ataher, ostolia. Kemen ros.
Ananduin.
Atahir Courier.
chest. I'll examine its contents, shall I?
Nun lia tilmo.
A Kael fil Calawin nun Arumefa in Itarond, Etele Eldalia.
Would you care to behold a forgotten riftstone as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. It isn't far.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on? time to romp about.
Do be mindful of your surroundings.
If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
Strike with the power of lightning!
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep...
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such
You'd best go out. There's no business to be had here.
Is that who I think it is?
Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day. So...
Fancy a look at my wares?
Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis as simple. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives here. As you like, sir.
This is the inn. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir.
This is an outrage.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You find I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our... If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily... For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills to begin with. Those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy, which is to say, you have my approval as the thief. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and you're the second arisen to come to Vermont. And you've allied yourself with Captain Brandt against... In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't... Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my... Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes both.
The Maester's teaching is yours, Arisen. I dare say there's no truer sign of mastery, nor better reward for your efforts.
It is an honor and a privilege to serve a master so accomplished.
Don't bring trouble to my...
Eyes follow us wherever we go here. 'Tis enough to make one jumpy.
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
This is it. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again.
A curative ought to do the trick.
Whatever could you want from me?
Never seen you about. You the outsider? Well, come on, follow me. I've something.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear 'twill remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
What do you want?
Well met, sir.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
What say we pelt one of the next foe we encounter?
Is there aught else you care to ask? Beg pardon? Why would you ask such a thing? A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken... Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the... Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
'Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of them. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false, we're men and women of shadow. Sent to stay, that's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around... That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty still. You'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
Not without its charms.
As late as I used to anymore.
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Can't say I've any tidings to
Thank you, sir.
Huzzah!
You're the one then.
This won't do. I'll not take that from you.
I've things to do if...
That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next...
There's comfort in that unrun thing.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup?
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to...
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the... I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then... but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill in a clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign. Yet furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the a clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid...
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, and so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he... But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be here. This should suffice to help you. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one of masquerades being as they are. You will require suitable... Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. Onward to Vernworth Castle. Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Here at last.
Do you know how long? long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You shan't be allowed to attend the masquerade in that garb, sir. I beg you to reconsider your appearance.